Sarah had tired kindness in her face. Rick had a smile that never reached his eyes. Leo, maybe 8, with dusty straw hair, sat silent, louder than the room's noise. His eyes always watched, always calculated. Silas watched the boy now. Left hand hidden under the table, right one on his thigh, fingers twitching in secret rhythm. 1, 2, 3, pause, 4, 5. Gaze lifted to the slow ceiling fan, then back, 6, 7. A tally. First time Silas dismissed it as a kid's habit. Second time, odd. Third time, it felt like a flare in the dark, a silent scream no one else heard. Leo's fork slipped, clattered on the linoleum. He flinched hard, shoulders hunching, eyes wide with terror, shooting to Rick. Rick stayed still, smiling emptily at Sarah as she apologized and bent for the fork. But Silas caught the flicker before the smile returned. Cold rage in Rick's eyes, the look of a man whose property got scratched. The boy's hand tapped once more. 8. Done for the day. Silas sipped bitter coffee. His Harley waited outside, engine still warm. Years on the road had taught him to read vibrations, subtle tells of something about to break. This family was that machine. The boy was the rattling part shaking itself apart, keeping score. Silas stayed long after they left, paid, tipped too much, then stood by the grimy window watching their car pull away. Leo's small pale face pressed to the back glass, staring forward, braced. A cold knot tightened in Silas's gut. He had to know what the boy was counting. Next Tuesday he arrived early, switched sides of the booth for a clearer view, ordered unwanted pancakes to linger. They entered at 9:15. Sarah's smile strained. Rick's arm around her looked like ownership. Leo wore long sleeves despite the warmth, movement stiff. The boy's hand slipped under the table, pressing ribs. 1, 2, 3, 4, then upper arm under the sleeve. 5, 6, 7. Rick snapped at him to pay attention. Leo mumbled sorry. Sarah soothed him, tired, nightmare. Rick's smile thinned. He gets those a lot. Silas's jaw clenched. The count climbed. While Rick turned for coffee, Leo touched above his eye. 8. Jawline. 9. Silas forced down ash-tasting pancakes. He was a man of action. His club, the Iron Crows, settled things with fists or words. This was different, hidden sickness behind closed doors. He left the half-eaten plate. Passing their table, he heard Rick clip, "Finish your juice. We're not wasting money." Outside, straddling his bike, he should have ridden away. But glancing back, he caught Leo staring straight at him. Blank face, empty eyes, yet a fleeting plea flashed through. The wind couldn't blow away those eyes or the echo of 9. 1 week the count dropped to 5. Leo even told a joke, got his hair ruffled. Silas felt relief, maybe he'd misread it. He wanted to be wrong. But the next Tuesday the diner air crackled. Sarah's eyes puffy, staring into coffee. Rick tapped irritable rhythm. Leo sat statue still, hands flat, no counting. The absence screamed louder than the ritual. A waitress brushed a glass, orange juice spilled across Leo's lap. The boy froze rigid, eyes squeezed shut, no sound. Rick surged up, snarling at the boy, "Look what you did." Sarah insisted it was an accident. Rick grabbed Leo's arm, fingers digging, hauled him toward the door, tossing bills. Silas was up instantly, chair scraping. He crossed to their empty table. Under soaked napkins, a blue crayon and torn notepad paper. A child's drawing, lopsided house, chimney smoke. In the corner, a stick figure with numbers, arm 3, leg 2, torso 4, head 1. Total, 10. Not a score. An inventory of pain, each tap catalogued a bruise. Long sleeves, nightmares, flinches, all clicked into horror. Silas crumpled the paper, cold rage burning white hot. He couldn't ride away, couldn't unsee the map. At the Iron Crow's clubhouse, he found Bear in the back office. Silas laid out the drawing, told everything, the diner, the family, the methodical counting, the bruises. Bear listened, eyes fixed. When Silas finished, Bear traced the stick figure. "You're sure he's counting bruises?" "I'm sure. The man, Rick, is hurting him. The mother doesn't see or won't." Bear's face hardened. "No child keeps score like that. This man made a mistake teaching a kid pain is something you carry. We don't let that stand. This is our kind of problem now." Relief hit Silas hard. "What's the plan?" Bear's smile showed teeth. "We're bikers. People expect loud and violent. So we'll be quiet, we'll be customers, and we'll have a conversation. That boy won't count past 10 again. Next Tuesday the lot held extra bikes. Stitch nursed coffee at the counter, Jackson Diesel sat in the corner. Silas waited in his booth. At 9:17 they entered. Sarah exhausted, Rick smug, Leo limping subtly, shoulders slumped. They ordered. The counting started. Leg 1 to 5, ribs 6 to 8, arm 9-11, neck 12, cheek 13. 13 bruises. Silas gripped his mug, rage settling deep. They finished. Rick yanked Leo up roughly. The boy winced, the signal. Silas rose, time to stumble, splashing hot coffee across Rick's shirt. Hey, what the hell? Rick spun, furious, hand rising. My mistake, Silas said, flat and cold. Rick saw the patch, the bulk, the unmoving stare. Bravado faltered. Then he noticed the others, Jackson Diesel blocking the door, Stitch watching clinically. The diner went dead quiet, no threats, just crushing presence. Rick paled, eyes darting. Bear rose, crouched to Leo's level. Son, my name's Bear. We're here to help. Okay if my friend talks to your mom a minute. Leo's gaze flicked, Bear's kind weathered face, Silas's steady one, Rick's panic. He saw fear in Rick for the first time. A tiny nod. Stitch guided Sarah aside, speaking low, pointing to bruised spots. Her face crumpled, tears came. Truth broke free. She looked at Rick with horror, then called 911, hands shaking. Sirens approached. The bikers slipped away quietly. Last glimpse, Leo holding his mother's hand, no counting, just holding on. Rick folded under evidence, medical reports, Sarah's testimony, prior complaints. Long sentence. Sarah and Leo moved away. A year passed. Silas rode, watching other families, coffee never right. Then a letter arrived. School photo of Leo in red sweater, huge toothy grin. Note, he doesn't count anymore. Silas pinned it to the clubhouse board. Years on, cards came, crayon drawings, school photos. Leo grew lanky, smile steady. High school graduation letter, studying social work. Someone noticed me when I couldn't speak. I want to be the person who notices. That night Bear raised a bottle. To the ones who have to keep score, and to the ones who notice. The toast became tradition. Heroes don't always roar. Sometimes they're the quiet one in the greasy diner who sees a boy counting bruises and decides it's their business after all. One person trusting the gut itch, looking closer when others look away.